Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Cohen is about to go on a live interview that was announced out of nowhere by TBPN. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Watch until the end of the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications on. I'll leave timestamps down below. RXRX, a short squeeze play that we have been covering in the Discord server as well as on the YouTube channel, is up almost 20% today. Bang, bang, another fire, and I think this is just the beginning. CAXPF, a stock we covered about a week and a half ago, or October 12th to be exact. We covered it in a video, just got some major news. It's trading at 70 cents, which is the smallest market cap, I believe, that I've ever covered, with only a market cap of 2.4 million in OTC play. Insanely small. District Copper forms strategic U.S. partnership with Reacher Gold LLC to unlock precious and base metals opportunities. Now, this is huge development coming into the U.S. market for a stock this small with a $2 million market cap. They just announced a strategic partnership in the U.S. with Reacher Gold LLC, which is a Nevada-based explorer that specializes in uncovering undervalued copper, gold, and silver projects with real assets and historical production. And we all see what gold, copper, and silver and precious metals are currently doing. This deal marks District Copper's, aka DCOP, DCOP if you're trading on the Canadian market, their official entry into the U.S. metals market, which is a major expansion beyond Canada and a clear signal that the management is positioning for near-term production and binational growth. Now, this is from the CEO words himself, but before I show you that, the stock is under the radar. People aren't seeing this news. In quotes, together we can fast-track access to strategic projects with real assets, historical production, and near-term development. Now, along that, he also said producing shareholder value. Whenever a CEO says something along the lines of this, you know you need to pay attention to it if you are or thinking about investing into the company. Now, District is evolving from a Canadian explorer to a North American metals player. U.S. asset pipeline, Reacher Gold opens the door to verified stockpiles, brownfield projects, and infrastructure-ready sites. And then finally, shareholder value. The partnership could lead to accretive asset acquisitions or real projects with tangible value in short timelines. These small junior companies like this are very quickly to get picked up on some sort of news like this. And this is huge for them, in my opinion, especially with the market timing. Gold, copper heating up, all-time highs, right? Overall, the bigger picture, District Copper's flagship Copper Keg project, which we talked about on October 12th. If you want to know more about that, go to the video. In British Columbia, remains a Canadian base, but the new U.S. strategy creates a two-pronged growth model. Canadian flagship stability, and then the U.S. expansion with near-term upside. So if the management team executes correctly, DCOP or District Copper could shift from an under-the-radar explorer to a North American resource growth story at the exact moment metals are breaking out. Again, this is ticker symbol CAXPF. See if you can trade it on your broker. I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. You need to do your own due diligence for everything presented in today's video. And as always, this is a sponsored segment, but this one is very, very interesting to say the least. Now, Ryan Cohen is coming on TBPN. This is a tech and media show. I don't know what he's going to announce. He doesn't do a lot of interviews, and there is some odd reason that he said yes to this interview. And where GameStop's price is trading at right now, the likelihood that this is going to go, the likelihood that this is going to stir up some sort of attention is very high. The likelihood that it's not, or that it's going to cause a bearish move on the charts, very, very, very low. So I'm excited to see this. Now, if your broker has went down today or experienced issues, or other apps experience issues, it's because Amazon Web Services had an outage today, which basically affected everything. Now this can be a little bit dramatic, but pay attention, and don't worry, we're gonna talk about our short squeeze plays. I'm gonna give you a couple other ones that I think are about to move and that have moved. If your apps died this morning, blame the cloud, specifically Amazon's AWS. Amazon Web Services, the invisible backbone of half of the internet, suffered a massive global outage, taking down Snapchat, Fortnite, Facebook, Coinbase, Perplexity AI, and enough websites to make web feel like it was 1999 again. The crash rippled worldwide. Alexa stopped, PlayStation went dark, even corporate dashboards flatlined, yada, yada, yada. What do you think this is down below? I don't think everything is always a conspiracy, but was this some sort of cyber attack that they're saying that this was a random outage? And were you affected? Let me know in the comments down below. We talked about the SPY last night, saying the opening was going to be one of the most important things that we've seen throughout the day as well as throughout the week. And the opening was very, very, very bullish. We are on the 1 hour time frame. Overnight, the SPY came and tested this level, rejected, came back up, and broke through it at the opening, which is the most bullish thing that I said we could see. If we see a retrace, expect a bounce off of this trend line around 667.30, 667.40 before moving higher. We are currently in a recovery phase for the SPY. However, if we continue to climb today and you do not see volume follow through, be very cautious for the rest of the week. Apple has been flying, testing all-time highs all the way at 260. Its all-time high ever was 260.14, give or take some pennies, but I believe it's 260.14. Or 260.13, right? Whatever, around that region. Tesla or Apple is primed for a breakout. Institutions are clearly buying this up. They have earnings at the end of the month, October 30th. We are going to be talking about more earnings tomorrow night. This morning, I called out in Discord, and I'll post a screenshot right now before market open. I said, watching SOFI to run up to $28.10 at market open. Where did we go? We came all the way perfectly up about 8-9% or so to 28.08, 2 cents off of the mark. Beautiful, beautiful trade. If you're not in the Discord server, make sure to join that. Now, the Federal Reserve to hold a conference on Bitcoin and crypto payments tomorrow, October 21st. I don't know if this is exactly correlated with Coinbase and other exchanges also having a crypto meeting, but I believe it possibly is or could be. All I know is there's some sort of announcements that are going to happen tomorrow on Tuesday for crypto markets, and we're going to see how they react. It's either going to be an absurd bloodbath with further regulation, and we are going to enter a bear market or have one last flash crash before the peaks, or the bottom is in and we get some huge news tomorrow. Either way, we're going to be watching very, very closely. This one, my charts just loaded the wrong way. BYND. On yesterday's video, we talked about it. We talked about this is going to be the main watch this week in Discord, and we were up pre-market, up about 60-70%. I believe 75% in pre-market off of this first candle. Obviously, you couldn't have caught that right now. And if you bought at the top of that candle, you would be in the red. But Beyond Me is still definitely a contender and a short squeeze play that could very much so go higher with all of the attention that Wall Street Bets is bringing to this company and its insanely, disgustingly high short interest, along with its insane volume. Okay, if I bring up the daily time frame, we can see on Friday we had a huge volume candle. We are not even 1 hour in trading today, and the volume is sitting above 320 million. It's sitting at 323 million. Friday was 438 million. I believe we are likely to surpass that or come very close, and if volume holds up, this stock can absolutely break higher. NEO, N-E-O, another stock I've been talking about, up 4%. Shout out NEO. We'll come back to this one eventually. AMC, not doing much today, but we are somewhat bringing some volume into the stock. I want more news on Netflix and AMC as a whole. We do have their earnings coming up in a couple of weeks, so we do have a catalyst to look forward to alongside GameStop, alongside the cycle pattern lining up, and AMC possibly hitting a bottom by Thursday. So we're watching that very closely. We're watching lower wicks very closely. We can see AMC is getting some lower wicks here, trying to hold this bottom level that we test quite a bit. Every single time we have a pretty significant bounce off of these lows. GameStop, we're going to talk more about GameStop possibly later because I want to bring up something pretty important. But the one thing I will say, since we covered the charts yesterday, I want to let price action play out a little bit more, is that anywhere below 21.75, we have huge buy blocks on GameStop. We have huge buy orders. I don't believe that there's a lot of room for downside, especially with Ryan Cohen's interview coming. Excites me here. And ultimately, I just wanted to point this out, that if GameStop were to flush, there's a lot of buy orders right here. We don't see a lot of resistance all the way up until 33, which is above the warrant conversion price. So I just wanted to point that out there. A little bit of tin, if you guys want to drop comments down below. I'm going to try to read all the comments. Only 67 days till Christmas. Greg posted Let me know your thoughts on this. Does it have any correlation to any tin at all? CYBN, 17% short interest or so. I want you to keep this one on your radar. It's up 4%. They just got recent news. I didn't really take too close of a look into it, but this one I'm definitely going to be keeping a side eye on alongside Open once again, as it has held its levels around $7 and consolidated here. I believe Open is now one to continue to put on the radar. And obviously, as always, GNS Group CEO acquired 200,000 additional shares. The CEO increased his position by 17%. Overall, that is what I got for you guys for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. The top 2 links in the description, as well as pinned in the top of comments, are for my Discord server, where we can get access to a ton of AI alerts in there, as well as talks with the most amazing people who trade stocks and crypto all day long. There are no bad questions, so get in here, talk with me, talk with the best people, best vibes, best community, honestly. For the value, Discord should pay for itself pretty quickly. And whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, this is the place to go. Ask questions, hang out, and level up. Guys, we also have another link in the description. If you want my custom indicator, it detects patterns and forecasts what the stock might do. So go get that as well. 7 days for free. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.